3 battles, 1 battlefield. And every time the fate of India was rewritten. Panipat was not a great city. It had no massive walls, no legendary palaces, no ancient wonders. Yet for centuries, the most powerful armies on the subcontinent marched toward this single plain, because Panipat was not important for what it was, but for where it stood. Just north of Delhi, on the main invasion route into India, Panipat became the place where empires either entered history or disappeared from it forever. Whoever controlled Panipat controlled the road to Delhi, and whoever controlled Delhi ruled India. The story begins in 1526. At the time, northern India was ruled by the Delhi Sultanate. Its armies were vast, its war elephants feared across the region. Against them came a man named Babur. He did not have superior numbers. He did not have endless resources. But Babur brought something India had never truly faced before on this scale: gunpowder warfare. Inspired by Ottoman military tactics, Babur chained his supply carts together, creating a defensive barrier. Behind it, cannons and musketeers waited. When the Sultan's army advanced, their elephants led the charge, shaking the ground beneath them. Then the cannons fired. The noise was unlike anything the animals had ever heard. Terrified, the elephants turned back, crashing into their own ranks. In a single day, the Delhi Sultanate collapsed. From its ruins, the Mughal Empire was born. Panipat had chosen a new ruler. 30 years later, the battlefield was soaked in blood once again. The Mughal Empire now stood on unstable ground. Its ruler was young, its enemies confident. A brilliant general named Hemu rose rapidly through the ranks. He was not royalty, not born into power, yet victory followed him everywhere. At Panipat in 1556, Hemu's forces pushed the Mughals back. The empire stood on the edge of destruction. Then, in a moment that would change history, an arrow struck Hemu in the eye. He collapsed unconscious. His army panicked. The tide of battle turned instantly. Once again, Panipat decided India's future not through planning or strength, but through a single unpredictable moment. But the most devastating chapter was still to come. By the mid-18th century, India was no longer united under one empire. The Mughal rulers remained, but their power was mostly symbolic. Real control had shifted to a rising force from the south, the Maratha Confederacy. Fast-moving, aggressive, and ambitious, the Marathas expanded rapidly, dominating much of the subcontinent. Their ultimate goal was clear: Delhi. From the northwest came a challenger who understood exactly what Panipat meant. Ahmad Shah Abdali, also known as Ahmad Shah Durrani, had already invaded India multiple times. In 1761, he returned not to raid, but to decide everything. Both sides gathered enormous forces. The Marathas marched north with more than 100,000 soldiers, followed by civilians, families, and traders. Abdali, however, fought a different kind of war. He cut their supply lines. Weeks passed. Food vanished. Horses collapsed. Soldiers weakened from hunger before the battle even began. On January 14, 1761, the Third Battle of Panipat erupted. Cannons thundered across the plain. Cavalry charged. Infantry clashed for hours. But exhaustion and starvation had already sealed the Marathas' fate. Abdali's forces slowly surrounded them. What followed was not a battle, but a massacre. Tens of thousands died in a single day. The field was covered with bodies. Panipat had claimed its greatest sacrifice yet. The Maratha power was shattered. The Mughal Empire was too weak to recover, and India was left divided. This division would soon open the door for a new power from across the sea: the British East India Company. Panipat did not make the British strong, but it made British rule possible. 3 battles, 3 turning points, 1 location. Panipat was not cursed. It was strategic, a gateway, a place where geography decided destiny. History remembers kings and generals, but sometimes a battlefield matters more than the men who fight on it. Empires came to Panipat seeking total victory, and many of them lost everything instead.